Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I enjoy to be in The Hague, the capital of the international law, as it was said, and I will speak in terms of law now, and the place that the law is playing in this fight in the Middle East, and particularly in Iraq, concerning the Iranian refugees in Camp Ashraf and now in Camp Liberty. Let me go back in the background and remember that in June 2004, when the multinational force in Iraq was ruling and acting in conformity with a Security Council mandate adopted under Chapter 7 of the United Nations Charter, informed that, quote, the residents of Camp Ashraf were determined to be protected by the provisions of the Fourth Geneva Convention covering alien civilians in a territory of conflict, end of quote. Since January 2009, nevertheless, the government of Iraq didn't respect its international obligations toward the residents of Ashraf, encircling them under a regime of extreme duress and psychological and physical torture, murdering 47 of them and injuring hundreds. On April 2011, the United Nations Assistance Mission for Iraq and the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights called for restraint and urged the government of Iraq to refrain from the use of force contrary to international law. They also called for a thorough investigation into the incident, which remained pending. On August 29 last year, UNAMI stated that Mr. Al Melkert, a distinguished citizens of this country, that was the outgoing special representative of the Secretary General, met the Iraqi Prime Minister and reiterated, quote, the United Nations continues to advocate that Camp Ashraf residents be protected from forcible deportation, expulsion, or repatriation, end of quote. Since then, the residents were compelled to leave Ashraf, where they have lived since 1986, and entered in the so-called Camp Liberty. Now, this year, last May, the United Nations Working Group on Arbitrary Detention, in an opinion, stated, quote, the detention is arbitrary in Camp Liberty, being in contravention of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights and the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, and falling under Category 4 of the categories applicable to cases submitted for consideration to the working group. Consequent upon the opinion rendered, the working group requests the government to take the necessary steps to remedy the situation of these persons and bring it into conformity with the standards and principles set forth in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights and the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights. And this same working group of the United States and its opinion, saying that taking into account all the circumstances of the case, the working group considers that adequate remedy would be immediate release and lifting of all restraints on the free movement of these persons, as well as an enforceable right to compensation, in accordance with Article 9 of the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights. End of quote. Now, what happened in reality? The replacement of Mr. Al Melkert as UNAMI head by a German officer made a big difference. According to a statement in the US Congress on August this year by a former assistant of Mr. Melkert, his successor, quote, misled the United Nations headquarters in New York, in Washington, and the dissidents about conditions at Camp Liberty in his rush to move them from Camp Ashraf. That is the change between citizen of this country, and a German officer. The resident of Ashraf extended maximum cooperation to the United Nations to resolve the problem right from the beginning, but they were not treated fairly by the new head of UNAMI. This continues to be the case today. The new head of UNAMI signed the Memorandum of Understanding in 2011 without consent from the residents of Ashraf. He failed to hold the government of Iraq accountable for implementation of this same memorandum, while the government of Iraq constantly breached it, legitimizing acts against the internal law of Iraq and the international treaties that protected their rights. Now, after the right to life and freedom is the right to property that is denied to the residents of Ashraf. Iraqi authorities are interfering in the ownership transfer, ignoring even that the internal law of Iraq states, quote, that the person who has actual possession thereof will be deemed to be the possessor until proof to the contrary has been adduced. Is this then disturbing that the United Nations mission under its current head practically ignores also the right to property under the rule of law? It is time that some state, some government, ask the Secretary General to set up an independent commission to investigate the non-respect of international law changes operated in UNAMI since the departure of Mr. Melkert. The residents of Camp Liberty now are asylum seekers and refugees. Therefore, the government of Iraq, the United Nations Commissioner for Refugees, must intervene and declare Camp Liberty a refugee camp to make sure that their rights are respected, their freedom of movement for an end to the restrictions imposed, and for the entry of live commodity into Camp Liberty. Thank you very much.